The Prime Minister has announced £6 billion in welfare cuts, saying that the current welfare system is indefensible and unfair. He has targeted the disabled and those with long-term health problems by threatening to overhaul and cut PIP, which is short for Personal Independence Payments. PIP is not an out-of-work benefit. It is a benefit payment that allows disabled people who are still able to work to stay in work. It helps towards the cost of specialist equipment, home adaptations, assistive technology, mobility aids, wheelchair-accessible vehicles, carers and more that allow disabled people to keep working. Cutting PIP will therefore force these people out of work, as they will no longer be able to afford the very support that enables them to work. For the percentage of the disabled and sick population who are not fit for work, however, cutting PIP will be even more catastrophic because these payments are used to procure items necessary for our very survival, the cost of medical equipment and items that keep us alive. It is our very survival at stake. Threatening to cut PIP is an act of aggression towards our very existence. The Prime Minister's rhetoric of unfairness is a shameless attempt to pit working people against those who are unable to work, which is a false dichotomy, because lots of people in work receive benefits. Wages are often not high enough for those in work to be able to afford the risen cost of living. Housing, electricity bills, food prices, etc. Lots of people in work need benefits to survive, and even then, some have to make the choice between heating and eating. Everyone is struggling. Let's not turn upon each other. It is not the public, it is not the disabled who tanked the economy. The government's own statistics, the Department of Work and Pensions' own estimate of fraud for PIP is only 0.2%. This means that 99.8% of PIP is legitimately claimed, legitimately needed. Cutting PIP, therefore, will only harm people and help nobody. It is enormously difficult to claim benefits and PIP as it is. Long forms requiring evidence upon evidence, proof upon proof, from doctors and specialists, with test results, scans and assessments from other professionals. Most disabled and sick people need others to complete the forms for them because they are too ill to do so themselves. Disabled and sick people across the country are very scared right now because of the Prime Minister's announcement. The definition of terrorism is an action or threat designed to intimidate the public for political or ideological goals. The disabled and sick people of this country have been terrified by the threat to their lives that cutting PIP will cause. By this definition, the Prime Minister has committed an act of terrorism against the disabled and long-term sick. This is what is indefensible. This is what is unfair, Prime Minister. Every life, whether disabled, sick, or able-bodied, is unique and precious. Those who are unable to contribute financially are of equal worth and importance to those who are able to. Every life can bring light, life, and love to those around them. Nobody is a burden. Nobody should ever be made to feel like a burden. My dad, who died suddenly and unexpectedly in 2022, who cared for me along with my mum, always used to say that it was his privilege and honour to have me for a daughter. I'm sure the families all over the country feel similarly about their relatives who are sick or disabled. People who have worked very hard to make sure that their loved ones who are suffering from illness never feel like a burden. Prime Minister, you are stomping all over their love and sacrifice. It is no mystery why the number of ill people has increased. COVID infection, especially repeated COVID infections, has left so many with long-term health problems, including long COVID, with damage to multiple bodily systems, and has put them at increased risk of strokes, brain damage, cancer, heart attacks, and immune collapse. Again, this is not the fault of the sick and disabled. Politicians failed our country during COVID. Yours is a subtle form of ableism, Prime Minister, because instead of viewing health or ill health as chance, it implies that healthy human beings are superior. It suggests that succumbing to illness is a weakness of character, that the healthy are better and tougher than those people who do get ill. You must be able to see how dangerous and morally abhorrent this view is. That is a dark road to go down. Anybody can become disabled at any time through accident or injury. Anybody, even the fittest and healthiest, can become severely ill in an instant. It could happen to anyone, even you. I would like to think that we are a country that treats others as we would like to be treated ourselves. I encourage you to treat the disabled and ill who are not able to work through no fault of their own, how you would like to be treated in the same situation. To everyone else watching, please write to your MP speaking up against these benefit cuts. There is always another way. Nobody is magically going to become able to work from benefit cuts. Medical research into diseases is needed to provide effective treatments.